Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot, where today we're going to be talking about the Magician. Now, this is the Magician from the Rider Waite Smith deck, back in 1909, the one that so many decks today are inspired by. You can see you've got all this symbology and everything you need to strengthen your intuition. Like, even if you don't know the tarot that well, this card can really show you what it means. You've got the as above, so below going on, he's already taken that initial leap. He's been the fool. He's taken that leap of faith, and he's using his magic to bring those thoughts that he originally had into the world below. This candle, is pointing right up here to these flowers, and you can see the flowers blooming at below too, so he's already started creating it. And I always get this thought about this card. It's the fake it till you make it card. He's standing there, you can see all the people in your mind watching him as he creates magic. He has everything he needs. The color alone says so much about this illustration, because you've got the yellow background showing that this earthly existence is ours to create with, whatever we want to create. He's got this white, kind of shows purity, intuition, that kind of thing, not afraid to begin again. Infinity sign shows that too, it's always okay to begin again. We don't have to fear it. We can begin again and again and again. And every time that we experience something, that knowledge is with us, and we can take that knowledge and begin again. The red of his cloak there, that's the red of passion, of fire, of excitement, the ability to go after it. It's even the color of anger. So that reminds us that our inner magic, that can be good, that can be bad. It depends on how we want to take it. Everything he needs, all the suits of the Minor Arcana are right here on the table. He's got his cup right there that shows what he's focused on, what he wants to create is something that emotionally fulfills him. The Pentacle over here, he's got that money he needs, that grounding, so he can focus on it. Because even if we don't wish this was the case, we've got to have money in order to make money, because you've got to spend money to make money. I believe that's a saying as well. The wand there, like the color of the cloak, that shows that passion, that fire that's going to lead him. He doesn't have all the answers yet. He's just began this path. This is the one. This is the beginning. He's taking action on those ideas. And there's that sword. The sword's there too, showing his mind is on board for this as well. Whatever ideas that he has the power to bring them into reality. He's not going to give up. He knows his power. He knows his truth, and he's ready to begin. So I love the Rider Waite Smith for this reason. There's so much going there. But you know me, I like to collect other decks as well. So I've got 5 different illustrations here to show you the Magician, to kind of give you more of an idea of what the power of the Magician is. Now, with it being at the moment until April 25th of 2024, we are under the rule, the reign of Mercury retrograde. Mercury I bring up because the Magician, that is his planet. Mercury is related to the Magician of the Major Arcana, showing communication. Communication is key in making those ideas a reality too. He's facing us. We are the crowd, embracing his energy, being inspired by his energy. So he's communicating those ideas with us. Now, during Mercury retrograde, that's Mercury's the planet of communication and technology. So that stuff can get screwy at times. And it reminds us that we have to communicate clearly. Not everyone is going to understand what we're saying. Not everybody's going to be on board with that. But when we believe in ourselves and we embrace that individuality, then we can be the magicians of our stories and take action and begin on whatever we want to. Whatever fills us with passion, whatever fills our cup, whatever we've saved our money for, and whatever our minds are aboard as well. Those ideas, we have the power to bring into reality. So there's the Rider Waite Smith. Then we're going to move right on to the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann, and we've got this illustration right here. And the reason that I chose it, it's similar but very different from the Rider Waite Smith that we began with. You can see the character here. She's sitting in, I believe, what they call in yoga the easy pose. That's when you sit and you think about what you want to do. You're kind of in meditation. You're sitting there just with your thoughts, all those things that you've begun in the past. You can see she's got that infinity sign up there too. She's got that knowledge with her, and she's focused. Now the character here, he's very much looking at the crowd ahead of him. He's faking it till he makes it. He's using his magic to inspire others. She doesn't have anybody around her, and even if she does, we don't notice that she's even looking at him. She's focused on what she wants to achieve. So that's kind of another message of the Magician. We don't need other people to to show off yet. We don't need people to see our actions. We're just beginning this new path and embracing our magician. So that communication with others at the moment in this Light Seers Tarot says communicate those ideas with ourselves, believe in ourselves, and believe we have the power to bring magic into our lives. Embrace that individuality again. You can see she's dressed the way she wants to be. She's got her hood up. She's dedicated. She's focused to her craft, and she's bringing this magic into the circle below. She's using that magic. She's using that energy that she's learned from the past, those lessons that she's learned from the past, and she's applying that to what she wants to achieve next. We have that one again, so she's taking action on those ideas of hers and putting them into reality. Now this could be seen as like the ocean of emotion here, because it's water, and I love the ocean of emotion saying, but that energy, like, you have to have your emotions on board. You have to have that focus, that dedication in order to take action on those ideas. It's your hands that wield the power to do this, just like the illustration over here. He's got those ideas. He's bringing those ideas into reality. She is as well. That creative energy is back there on the card, just like it was over here. That yellow, that enthusiasm, that creativity, creative power that we possess, that we can bring our ideas into reality. So different illustration of the magician, but no less powerful than the magician we started with. She's got the green around her. She's staying grounded. She's staying focused. You know, he's standing up, but she's sitting down. But both of them still wield that power to create the lives they want, take action on those ideas, and bring magic into their lives. Next up, I have the Dark Mansion Tarot by Taroteca Studios to share with you, and it is the Magician from that deck. And the reason I love this card, like, you can't see there, let's see if I can keep them all going. There we go. You don't see the yellow or anything, the collars or anything like that in this illustration. He's kind of got like a very light purple suit on, so that kind of is royalty and magic alone, like those kind of energies there. But what I like about this illustration is the detail that he's focused on. You know, he's got this wand in his hand, so it kind of asks this question, you know, is this something I'm really passionate about? Do I want to take the action on these ideas so that I can grow them into something more? He's deep in his laboratory. You know, he's got that sword, the sword that the magician originally had from the Rider Waite Smith. He's got that coin showing the money that he saved up to achieve this. You know, this laboratory, it wasn't cheap. He had to build it, had to take the time to build it, had to spend the money to create it. So now he's really asking himself, this next step, this next path, is it something that I'm truly passionate about? Because he's holding the wand, and that wand is the inspiration, that inner fire, the stick that we can grow into something amazing. So this reminds us that we need to pay attention to the little details. It's not just about faking it till we make it. It's not just about grounding ourselves so we can bring those ideas into reality. It's about communicating with ourselves and paying attention to those little details that we need to pay attention to in order to achieve our goals. Again, that one is action. So they're both taking, all three of these cards are taking action, but each one has a different detail to it. Like this one, paying attention to the little details, because it's not just action that's going to create our ideas. You know, 1 and 2 equals 3, so it's action and thought process, the magician and the high priestess, in order to achieve the creativity of the empress. Whatever we want to create, we have to pay attention to the little details, and that's what I love about the the Dark Mansion Tarot here, is because it reminds us of that. Yes, we have everything we need here, everything on board. We're grounded, we're focused on what we're trying to achieve, but here it reminds us there's still going to be more to the picture. There's still going to be more that we have to achieve, and we need to take the time to pay attention to those little details to decide if this is what we really want to do and what we need in order to succeed at it. Next up, of course, you know, no video about favorite cards and favorite illustrations would be complete without the Deviant Moon Tarot by Patrick Valencia. And this is the Magician from that deck. And you can see, like, very, very similar to the Rider Waite Smith, but very different at the same time. So, you know, he's there being the showman. He's communicating his passions, his ideas, his magic with others, because you can see there's shadows there in the background. So they're paying attention. Even if we can't see them, we can kind of see them more than we could in this illustration. And he's dipping one of his many hands and many fingers into this cup of blood, this goblet of blood. So not only does he have, like, the cup over here in the Rider Waite Smith, you know, what fills it up, what emotionally fulfills him, you know, here he's put his blood, sweat, and tears into it. He's dipping it in there because of his experiences of his past. He doesn't have the infinity sign like these two do. This one didn't. But that infinity sign is kind of it's thought of, it's considered here, because that blood shows all those times that he's begun before and all those times that he's going to begin again. He's got the coin up here, he's got that money, he's got that drive, he's got that focus, and he saved up his money in order to bring these ideas into reality. He's got this wand in his hand, just like he's looking at the detail of this wand. He's got his wand on the stage. She doesn't have a wand. The wands are in her hand and in her power. But he's got that inspiration, that passion, that inner fire that is going to help him take action on those ideas, bring those ideas into reality. The sword right here, he's got that in another hand that shows he's holding everything that he needs to achieve his goal. So it says you have all those ideas, you focused on those details, and you're ready to take action on them. Have fun and enjoy life a little bit. That reminds me of that music, not a music box, the Jack in the Box. That's it. So it's just have fun with the idea. Take time to really just enjoy the process, have a little bit of fun with it. The more passionate about something you are, the more focused and the more driven you are to achieve it, and the more likely you are to find success. So I feel like that's why the wand is up here above everything else. It's the passion. Next up would be the money that you need to make that passion into something. The sword down here says, okay, I need to pay attention to logic and use my mind as well, because not everything is going to work out the way that I wanted. And then this final hand here, that's the experiences, all the things that have filled your cup up with the past, all the blood, sweat, and tears that you've put in to achieve something. All of that is with you so that you can make magic in your life. You put the little ring there that makes the Jack in the Box pop up. The more process, the more thought that you put into it, the more drive, the more focus, the more you take the time to make this magic, the more successful it's going to be. So the characters in the background, the shadows, that goes back to the energy of Mercury, that technology and communication. It's time to communicate those ideas with people. Yes, you're paying attention to the ideas. It's your individuality and your ideas that's going to create magic in your life. But when you share that magic with others, you inspire them at the same time. And the communication, that's how you make money with it. The other people are going to become interested and want to purchase what you have to offer, and you're willing to learn from those experiences. It makes logical sense for you. It's something you're passionate about, and you've got the money at the moment to back it up. You got to spend money to make money. So the magician here, it's one of my favorite illustrations, of course. I love the Deviant Moon Tarot. We all know this already. Be weird, be proud, be that unique individual that you need to be to believe you have the power to bring those ideas that we talked about here, as above, so below. Bring those ideas from reality. Take that leap of faith that the Fool does so that you can begin this path of magic and take action on those ideas that you want to create the life that you're passionate about. Now, the next card I have, you can see right there, it's written Stranger Things. And whether you have watched the show or not, you probably know very much about this show and heard about it. Now, you would think magician, if you've watched the show, it would be 11, because 11 is the one that was grown up in that underworld. She was the one that has the magic. She's the one that everybody relies on to keep them safe. But in the Stranger Things deck created by Inside Editions, I believe his name is Bob. Bob is the magician, and I absolutely love the fact that they made him the magician. You watch my Inside Editions video, I kind of have a love-hate with the Inside Editions. Their Major Arcana is phenomenal. It makes so much sense most of the time. But their Minor Arcana, seriously, put more time into the Minor Arcana. You make enough money from it. You need to actually put that effort into making the Minor Arcana awesome too, like the Rider Waite Smith does, and the Light Seers, even Dark Mansion. They have those awesome Minor Arcana, and of course the Deviant Moon Tarot as well has an awesome Minor Arcana. Inside Edition Stranger Things, not so much, but that's beside the point. Bob here. Bob had no magical powers. He had no prior experience to the underworld that everybody else did, because they'd experienced before. But he was still there for them. He gave his life. He used his magic of what made him him to help others, even if he didn't exactly know what was going on. You see, he's got all the books and everything there. He's standing against the wall, and he's like, I'm here. Even if I don't know exactly what I'm doing, even if I don't know the dangers that are involved, I am ready and willing to put my life on the line in order to achieve this. The blood, sweat, and tears that he did kept others alive and saved them. It's been a while since I watched Stranger Things. strings. So I might have that a little bit foggy there, but you get my point. It doesn't matter if you actually have magic within you. If you're focused, if you're paying attention to the details, and you're willing to learn from those experiences and bring those ideas into reality, it doesn't matter your past. It doesn't matter if you haven't achieved anything before. You are a magician when you truly believe that you can, when you want to help others with your passions, when you want to make the world a better place. These are the magicians of the world that we aspire to be, that the world so much needs. So be like Bob. Even if you don't have all the answers yet, don't be afraid to take action in order to bring your ideas and your dreams into reality. Others will be inspired by you. Others will appreciate that work. Communicate your ideas and be willing to help people even if you don't have all the answers yet. That one, just like all the other ones, shows that action needed in order to create those lives that we want. We've already taken that leap of faith. He didn't have all the answers yet, but he's taking that opportunity to show the world that he's capable of doing something, even if he doesn't know exactly what he's doing yet. So that is Bob from the Stranger Things, and I have one last card to show you. We talked about, I believe I said earlier, about the whole power and magic and enthusiasm. You know, that power can turn to good, like Bob, you know, helping the people that he loved. You know, the magician here and the magician here sharing their gifts with the world and like inspiring others, and we can see that as a positive thing. You know, he's paying attention to the details. Maybe he's seeing it as a positive too, but just like everything, there's good and there's bad to every single situation. And this is the Magician from the United States of Tarot, created by Elena Lee McCune. And right here we have it, Donald Trump being pulled by strings by Vladimir Putin himself. We got the symbol for Russia up there. We've even got the infinity symbol that we began with over here. So this shows that he too can be a magician. He can pull the strings of others. Rasputin, I believe, is the character over here. And it just kind of goes to show that even if the ideas start out as something positive, if it's the person behind it is not a good person, that has that negativity, that anger, that destruction and war on mind, those ideas can turn negative. Just look at all the struggles and all the things in life right now, like the wars and everything going on. It's because one person's idea of something has taken action. He's shown people what he's capable of doing. So maybe he is pulling the strings of Donald Trump, maybe he's not, but I wanted to bring this card up and show this card as well as the others to show that those ideas, that action that we take, that power and individualism, depending on who we are, can take a positive light and it can take a negative one as well. It's up to us. Those ideas that we want to bring into reality, you know, as above, so below. His as above, his ideas, you know, that wants to bring negativity and destruction into the world. So magicians can take both sides, just as everything can take both sides. It can be light, it can be positivity, it can be happiness, it can be joy. Just like Bob here, he wanted to make the world a better place. He used himself, he dedicated his life, he sacrificed his life in order to help others and take those ideas and be the magician of his story, if only for a short time. He wanted good. The magician here, you know, I don't know, Patrick Valencia, creepy, dark, that kind of thing, negativity, it might not be positive, but we have an idea that these can be positive. But as this experience, you know, we learn from these experiences, even the darkness and negativity of Putin, what he has, what he is, and what his ideas are, we can learn from those decisions and take action in our own lives to make a difference and do something better. Communicate light instead of darkness like he is. So I don't agree with his actions or what he's doing, but I needed to share this because, you know, good sides and bad sides to others. So those are the 5 magicians that I am here to share with you today. You know, again, astrological correspondence, there is Mercury, so it's you can communicate darkness, you can communicate evil, you can communicate war and destruction and death and anger with the world, or you can learn from those blood, sweat, and tears. You can learn from that pain in order to create something beautiful. Take those ideas that you want to create a beautiful life, you want to bring beauty into the world, pay attention to those details and believe in yourself. Even if you don't feel like you have magical powers, your wits, your intelligence, all of that, when you are grounded and focused, can help you create the life that you want. Never forget that you have that passion. If you're passionate about something, if your mind is on board, if it fills your cup up with joy and happiness, and you have the money set aside to achieve it, there is nothing you can't achieve when you truly believe that you can. All of these characters prove that to us. You know, they remind us that we are the magicians of our story, that we can begin again whenever we see fit. Take those ideas that the Fool starts with, take a leap of faith, believe in yourself, and create magic in your life. You know, the more you believe in this yourself, the more you can pull the strings of somebody else and, you know, inspire them and have them, you know, help you do it, help you achieve it. Because the characters here, you could see them. We imply that the characters are here. You know, he helped others, so he had those other characters as well. If we're focused and we're driven and we're dedicated on what we wanted to achieve, then others are going to get on board as well. Embrace that inner magician. Communicate what you want to achieve. Communicate with others. Utilize that technology that we have today in order to make our dreams a reality. Because in this day and age, with like social media and computers and technology and everything like that, we can communicate our ideas so much more quickly than we ever could before. So believe in that inner magician. Embrace that inner power and take those ideas, take action on those ideas, and believe you have what it takes to achieve them. As always, I want to thank you for watching. If you'd like a reading with any of the decks you see here, just comment on this video, send me a message on either of the socials, and I believe you can also book one directly on my website. So all of that is an option. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Never forget your power. Embrace that power. Believe in yourself. You can do anything, and I will see you again in the next video.